welcome to the lifetime value feature of the Lebesgue Marketing and LTV app. I just want to give you a quick rundown of what you can do in this feature and how you can use it. So as the name suggests, this is the part of the app where you're going to be analyzing your customer lifetime value. To get started, first you're going to need to select your time period. So you got 3 time presets, and it's going to be 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years. I usually like to keep it at 6 months when I'm looking at more recent data. And if you leave it at 6 months, you can group your cohorts by week, month, quarter, or year. For me, it makes the most sense to analyze this data on a monthly level, but if you want, you can always switch it to weekly. So the first thing that you're going to see here is your average customer lifetime value, average revenue per cohort, expected orders per customer in all of your last 6 months, and the retention rate for all of your customers. And if you want, you can get the definitions of every single metric in the app just by hovering over this little info icon here. So scrolling down, you're going to get your revenue over time, and you can use this to either see the revenue over time or orders over time, and this is going to be your last full 6 months and the current month, showing you kind of the distribution of your new revenue, so revenue coming from new customers and the revenue that you've gotten from your repeat customers. So all you need to do is just hover over it, and you're going to get the exact revenue from repeat customers and the exact revenue from new customers, so customers making their first purchase from your store. Scrolling down, you're going to get to the user cohort analysis. Here you can do a lot of different things, but let's just keep it at revenue currently, but you can also switch it to orders. So this is your total revenue per cohort in a given month. So this is the month 0, this is the month where the first order happens. If you switch it to orders, you're just going to go and see orders instead of revenue. You can look at these cohorts per customer, total, or percentage-wise. I usually like to look at it just on total basis, but if you go into per customer basis, you're going to see how much revenue you've made on average per customer, per cohort in a given month after their first reordering. So if we just leave it in total, you can also look at it on a cumulative basis, so just adding all of the amounts up and seeing how much you've made from a particular cohort in their whole lifetime currently. Or you can turn on predictions. And what predictions do is we are going to be predicting your revenue based on past cohort performance and current cohort performance. So what's happening here is we're trying to even out all the cohorts, and we're using data science and predictive modeling to actually tell you how much money you are going to be making from your existing cohorts in their future months based on the past performance of your other cohorts and your other customers. So we're accounting for a lot of factors here, but this is basically designed to help you kind of level out the playing field and see how much money these newer cohorts are going to be making compared to the older cohorts, which have had more time to actually make reorders to see how they're going to be performing in the future. So turning off predictions, you also do have access to your average lifetime value per customer here in this cohort user cohort analysis. And if you scroll down just a bit more, you're going to get to cohort statistics, where you're going to get all of this data nicely laid out in a table view. And here you're going to be able, again, to compare your cohorts, how they're performing, what their average order value is, what their first time average order value is, and so on and so forth. There is a lot of metrics, but the expected revenue and the expected lifetime value are one of the most important ones to really see how your newer cohorts are performing compared to your older cohorts. Scrolling down, again, you get just one more graph with average lifetime value. But the coolest thing about this feature, at least for me, is that you can actually filter out users based on different characteristics. So what you can do is, here right now we're looking at all of the customers that have made a purchase in your store in the last 6 months. But if we just want to say, okay, I only want to see customers who've made a purchase through Facebook, so who I've acquired through Facebook, I just need to go into marketing channel. And here you're going to see that you need to have at least 66 first-time orders to actually be able to access this data. And then I can go here and say Facebook, if I've used UTM tags here, and I have, add a filter, and now I'm only going to be doing a cohort analysis on customers that I've acquired through Facebook. So these numbers are going to be lower than the total ones, but I can filter out different things, different types of customers to see which ones are best performers for my store. So this was just a quick rundown, and if you have any additional questions, you can always contact us via chat on Intercom, or just send us a quick email. I'd be more than happy to help.